Welcome, dear students. Today we are going to discuss complexation. Learning objectives of today's session. Students should able to understand the significance of complex in pharmaceutical products, understand the fundamental forces that are related to formation of drug complexes, differentiate between different complexation types, and understand the mechanism of complex formation. They can able to relate formation of complexes with improvement in the physiochemical properties and bioavailability of drug. Now we'll see first what exactly this complexation. Complexation is a combination of individual atoms, groups, ions, or molecules to create one large ion or molecule. Okay, and that large ion and molecule is nothing but complex. Then coordination complex is a product of Lewis acid base reaction. Now in this coordination complex, one is Lewis acid and second is Lewis base. And neutral molecules or anions are called as ligands, and they form a bond to the central metal ion by coordinate covalent bonds and form complex, and that complex is known as the coordination complex. It is a complex between neutral molecule or anion and metal atom or metal ion. Example of this complexation: insulin zinc complex, then vitamin B12 complex, cobalt complex, then EDTA make a complex with many compounds and is considered as a best complexing agent. It is hexadentate ligand, that is EDTA, and it is having the ability to form a bond with a number of drugs, and it acts as a very good complexing agent in pharmaceuticals. Now we'll see mechanism of this complexation. As I told you, there is a reaction between metal ion. It acts as a acceptor of electron pair, and non-metallic atom or ion acts as a donor, and both are acting as a Lewis base and Lewis acid, and there is a formation of bond between them is known as the or the process is known as the complexation. Now which forces are responsible to form this type of the complexes? How interaction between these chemical species will be? Okay, either there is a intermolecular forces, covalent bond, hydrogen bond, van der Waals forces, then ion dipole or dipole dipole, then dipole and induced dipole. These type of the forces are responsible to form a complex. And finally, because of this type of the forces, formation of complexes are there, and these complexes are having a different solubility, conductivity, partitioning, and chemical reactions. Means physiochemical properties of that complex are totally different than individual drug and metal ion. Now these complexes are classified into three subclasses. First one is metal complex, second organic molecular complex, and third one is inclusion compounds. Again, these metal complexes further classified into inorganic type, chelate type, olefin type, and aromatic type. whereas these organic molecular complexes classified into drug caffeine complex, polymer type complex, then picric acid type organic molecular complex, and quinhydrone type complexes. Then these inclusion complexes are classified into five subclasses: channel type, layer type, clathrates, then monomolecular type. Only four classes are there. Fourth one is monomolecular type. Then we'll see one by one. First class is metal complexes. Now these metal complexes, how they are formed? By this coordination bond between metal and ligand. uh, Ligand is acts as Lewis base, which is having the ability to donate electron pair to whom? To metal ion. With and this metal ion is acts as a central atom, which is having the ability to accept that electron pair. Now these type of the molecules like H2O and NH3. Okay, this is water molecule H2O and NH3. They are acts as a base or ligands because they are having a lone pair of electron, non-bonding lone pair of electron in their outer shell orbital, and they are having the ability to donate that electron to this metal ion. These are the non-bonding electrons present into these bases, and they form a bond with this metal atom or metal ion due to the sharing of this electron pair with this metal ion. Then we'll see one by one first class into the metal complexes, that is inorganic complexes. These inorganic complexes, these are the transition metals like cobalts, then ions, copper, nickel and zincs, um, used to form the complex. Okay, now which inorganic ligands are used in these inorganic complexes like water molecule, ammonia, chlorine, bromine, iodine? These type of the ligands are used to form inorganic complex. Now these are Werner postulates related with these inorganic complexes. First, there are two types of valencies: primary ionic valency and secondary coordinate valency. Some time of some type of this anion radical molecule may be held by any one or both type of valencies. Then every central atom has a fixed number of non-ionic valencies, and it is known as coordination number. Means how much non-ionic valencies are there? It is a coordination number of that particular metal atom. Then the coordination atom occupy the first sphere of the coordination. Other atom occupy second ionization sphere. Neutral molecules, ions, may satisfy non-ionic valencies, and non-ionic valencies are directed to specific position in a space. For example, this complex of cobalt along with this ammonia molecule and chlorine molecule, this part is forming coordination sphere. Okay, means around this cobalt, this chlorine and 3 NH3 molecules are there, and they forms coordination sphere. But these two chlorine molecules form ionic sphere around this complex. Which complex? COCl NH3 5. Okay, this is your coordination sphere, and around this coordination sphere ionization sphere is there, and it is because of this two chlorine molecule. Compound ionized to form, okay, means after ionization of this COCl NH3 5 Cl2, you will get these two ions. that is COCl NH3 5 2 plus and 2Cl minus. Then central chlorine do not precipitate with silver nitrate. Substrate and ligands are bonded with coordination bond. Then coordination number is a maximum number of atoms and groups that combine with central atom in a coordination sphere. A coordination number for cobalt is 6. Now how it is 6? When you see this electronic configuration of this cobalt, it consists of this much vacant shells or orbitals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are valency of your cobalt is 6. So for fulfillment of the valency of this cobalt, it requires 5 NH3 and 1 chlorine. Okay, and these 6 orbitals are taking part into the formation of bond and then completion of ionic sphere with the help of these 2 chlorine molecules. Then second class, that is chelates. They are a group of metal ion complexes in which a substrate or ligand provide 2 or more donor group to combine with a metal ion. Ligands are classified into bidentate, tridentate, polydentate. Means depending upon how much electron pairs are there into these outer shell of ligand. Uh, Based on this, these ligands are classified into bidentate, tridentate, and polydentate. And this chelation is nothing but a formation of 2 or more separate coordination bond between multidentate ligands and a single central atom. Usually ligands are organic compound and called chelators or chelating agents. EDTA, as I told you, EDTA is a hexadentate ligand, is having a total 6 points for attachment of metal ion. Then sequestering agent, this is sequestering is a process in which property of metal is suppressed without removing it from solution. Then sequestering agent, this is a ligand which form a stable water metal chelate. For example, chlorophyll, hemoglobin. This is structure of EDTA. Okay, and likewise it is having a 6 point of attachment with this metal ion. Now application of these chelates, they are used to increase a solubility. Fruit juices and drugs like ascorbic acid, then ferrous or cupric ions, they are having the ability to undergo oxidation. So this type of the chelating agents are used into these formulation. Then uh, it will helpful to decrease the oxidation. Now if you take example of your hemoglobin and myoglobin, that consist of ferrous ions, um, it is useful in the formulation of hematinics. So this ferrous ion is having the ability to undergo oxidation. So along with this EDTA, this ferrous is formulated. So these ferrous form a complex with EDTA and it improve a stability of formulation. Then these chelating agents are also useful in a purification of water. If hard water is there, it consists of number of calcium ions, and that calcium ions can be removed by addition of this EDTA. It form a precipitation when this EDTA react with this calcium, and then with the help of filtration process you can purify this water. Then in drug analysis, like procainamide, it form a complex with cupric ion at a pH range 4 to 4.5. Then it form a colored complex, and that colored complex can be measured by colorimetrically. Intensity of color is directly proportional to the concentration of that drug. Based on this principle, we can determine amount of drug into the sample. Then next application of this chelating agent, that is anticoagulant. Now our blood consists of calcium ion, and calcium ion is responsible for the coagulation of blood. And when this EDTA form a complex with this calcium ion present in the blood, it helpful to avoid coagulation, or it acts as a anticoagulant. When this EDTA mixed with blood, your blood will not clot because of this formation of complex with calcium present in the blood. And uh, because of this complex formation, what happen, it prevents thrombin formation and no clotting is there. So DTA is helpful to purpose of this anticoagulation. Then third type of this first metal complexes, that is olefin type. These olefin complexes are formed by this interaction of the aqueous solution of metal ions like platinum, then palladium, mercury and silver, and they form a complex with olefin like ethylene. These complexes are further classified into monoolefin, conjugated diolefin and non-conjugated or chelating diolefin. Complexes are usually water soluble. Okay, which complexes? Metal ion plus olefin complexes. And bonding of these complexes is because of sigma type donation. Sigma electron is donated and formation of carbon-carbon pi bond or pi orbital with concomitant pi back bonding into an empty orbital or ethylene. Then stability of these olefin complexes depends on electronic and steric factors. Okay, then fourth type, that is aromatic type. In these aromatic complexes, complex formation is there because of interaction of metal ion as a acceptor with aromatic molecule such as a benzene, toluene and xylene. These are aromatic compound donate electrons to the metal ion and form a complex, and they are aromatic in nature, so complex is known as aromatic type complex. The stability of this aromatic complex is totally depend on strength of aromatic hydrocarbon and increase with increase in basic strength of aromatic hydrocarbon. Means as aromaticity of your compound increases, ability of formation or stability of your complex will be high. If complex is formed by a pi bond between metal ion and aromatic molecule, the complex is called pi bond complex. If complex is formed because of the sigma bond between metal and carbon of aromatic ring, then complex is called sigma bond complex. Okay, this is all about metal complexes. Now, second major class of these complexes, that is organic molecular complexes. In these organic molecular complexes, there is an interaction between two organic molecules and then formation of complex. And this interaction is because of change in the temperature and then change into the molecular compound. These complexes have a hydrogen bonding, then weak van der Waals forces, dipole induced and dipole and induced dipole interaction, and because of this type of the forces, organic molecular complexes are formed. Energy attraction is about 5 kilocalorie per mole of compound. Then bond distance between this complex form is 3 angstrom. Hence, covalent bond is not involved. So, this complex is formed because of the non-covalent interaction between ligand and substrate. The interaction can occur through electrostatic forces, then charge transfer, and the stabilization of this force for this molecular complex is created by the electronic transition into the excited electronic state and best characterized as a weak electron resonance. So this is uh, difference between metal complexes and organic molecular complexes. These metal complexes formed at a cold condition, whereas these molecular complexes or compounds formed at the hot condition. Then weak attraction forces. In case of molecular compounds, strong electrostatic interactions. Then complexes cannot be separated from the solution, and compound can be separated from the solution. Okay, this is difference between complex and molecular compound. Then principal mechanism involved into these organic molecular complexes. Donor acceptor type. Okay, means this complex is formed because of this donor acceptor method. One is electron donating group and second is electron accepting group. So bond of uncharged species is formed by stabilized by this dipole interaction. Example, N dimethyl aniline and 2,4,6 trinitroanisole. Now if you observe this diagram carefully, this nitrogen of N-dimethyl aniline form a bond with this group of 2,4,6 trianisole and formation of complex is there. But this nitrogen is having a lone pair and it is having the ability to donate that lone pair to the 2,4,6 trinitroanisole, and there is a formation of complex. Then this final complex is having a partially positive and partially negative charge, same as that of your deuterium. Then charge transfer complex. Second principle behind this organic molecular complex. One molecule polarize other and resulting into the electrostatic interactions for complex formation with high intermolecular bonding. Then complex is stabilized by resonance. Benzene plus trinitrobenzene, and there is a charge transfer, and because of this charge transfer, formation of complex is there. Now, what exactly is a charge transfer, or how complex is formed because of this charge transfer process? It is association of two or more molecules, and in which a fraction of electronic charge is transferred between molecular entities. Now, which molecular entities are here? First is nitrogen and second is carbon from the benzene ring. And molecules from which charge is transferred is called the electron donor, and the molecule which receive this charge is called electron acceptor. And this attraction in the charge transfer complex is weaker than these covalent forces, and it is characterized by intense color because the excitation energy of this resonance occurs in the visible region of the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, these are the principles involved into the formulation of complexes. Then drug caffeine complex, first class of this organic molecular complex, that is drug caffeine complex. Now, acidic drug like benzocaine and procaine form a complex with caffeine. Then, how this complex is formed? Because of dipole forces, hydrogen bonding between acid atom and caffeine carbonyl group. Okay, acidic drug, it consists of hydrogen atom, and that hydrogen atom react with this carbonyl group of caffeine, and there is a formation of complex. Then interaction of non-polar parts. This is the mechanism of drug caffeine complexes, or, or drug caffeine complex formation. In these example, caffeine and benzocaine, hydrogen bonding between polarized carbonyl group. Okay, this one is polarized carbonyl group, and it form a bond with hydrogen atom of acidic group, such as a this molecule, or like a ben benzocaine. This nitrogen transfer the charge, and formation of bond is there, or formation complex is there in between this carbonyl group and this nitrogen group. And what are the advantages of this complex? This complex can improve absorption and bioavailability. Then it helpful to enhance solubility and dissolution rate. Then caffeine plus gentisic acid complex helpful to mask a bitter taste of drug. Then second type of organic molecular complexes, that is polymer complexes. In this polymer with neutrophilic oxygen like PEG or CMC plus drug like tannic acid, salicylic acid and phenol form a complex, and this complex is known as the polymer complex. Uh, Along with this PEG and CMC, udrazate, then chitosan, polyethylene glycol, polyvinyl pyrrolidone and sodium CMC, they are also used for the formation of polymeric complex. They are usually present in the liquid form, semi-solid form and solid dosage form. and the interaction of this result into the precipitation, then flocculation, solubilization, and there is a change into the bioavailability of the drug. Okay, and ultimate why it is so? Because it changes physical and chemical property of your drug because of the formation of complex. Okay, now there's disadvantages with these polymer complexes. There might be chances of incompatibility in suspension, emulsion, and ointment. Then complexes plus container reaction. Then there is a drug loss. Then complex plus preservative reaction decreases the preservative interaction, sorry, preservative property of particular preservative. Then povidone iodine like complexes helpful for the treatment of antibacterial activity. Then chitosan with sodium alginate useful for the controlled drug delivery system. Then pectin plus amoxicillin trihydrate used to increase therapeutic activity. Then naltrexone and Nudrajet improve dissolution rate of this naltrexone. Okay, these are the examples how your polymeric complex is useful for the dosage form. Now we'll see third type, that is picric acid complexes. Now picric acid, strong acid form a complex with its strong base and form a salt. But when strong acid react with weak base, it form a complex like butacene picrate. And there's picric acid acts as antiseptic. It reacts with this butacene, which is anesthetic, so it is helpful in a treatment of burn and abrasion where antiseptic and anesthetic activity is useful. Okay, this is a structure of your picric acid and your butacene, and the final complex is useful for the treatment of burn and abrasion. Now disadvantages with this complex is when this complex is react with this carcinogenic agent, it form a final complex and increases carcinogenicity of carcinogenic activity. Then fourth type, that is quinhydrone complex. In this quinhydrone complex, alcoholic solution of equimolecular quantity of hydroquinone and benzoquinone form quinhydrone complex. Okay, and that quinhydrone complex is having a green color structure. Then mechanism, how these quinhydrone complexes are formed. Okay, if you observe this diagram, there is overlapping pi electron of molecules are there, and hydrogen bonding for a stabilizing this complex. Okay, overlapping of this pi electron form a complex and hydrogen bonding helpful to stabilize that complex. Okay, this is a structure of your hydroquinone, which is electron rich structure. Okay, this is electron rich structure. Then second is your benzoquinone. This is electron deficient, so it donate electron, and this hydroquinone accept electron, and sorry, this hydroquinone donate electron and benzoquinone accept electron, and there is a formation of bond, and that final complex is known as the quinhydrone complex. Now, application of this quinhydrone complex, used as an electrode into the pH determination. Then last type of this inclusion complexes or inclusion compounds. One compound is trapped in a lattice cage like structure of other. Okay, inclusion means inclusion of your drug into the complexing agent. So this class is known as the inclusion complexes. Trapping of your molecule is there. Then interaction are due to suitable molecular structure, prediction of complex formation is difficult. Now these inclusion complexes are of chillate type and are of channel lattice type. In channel lattice type, tubular chain like structure is there, and this chain like structure acts as a host. Okay, host means in which your drug is included, or inclusion is there of your drug into the host molecule. And which substances acts as this host? That is deoxycholic acid, urea, thiourea, amylose. Then which type of the drugs you can used in this type of the complexes, like long chain unbranched straight chain compound, like paraffin, esters, acids, ethanol. Then starch iodine solution, in which starch acts as a host. Then urea methyl and alpha lipolate, urea acts as a urea and methyl alpha lipolate complex, urea acts as a host, and this methyl molecule or this iodine molecule included into the structure of this starch and urea. Then application of this inclusion complexes of channel type, that is separation of isomers like dextroisomers, levoisomers of terpineol by using desitoxin. Then in analysis of dermatological creams, then long chain compound interfere and removed by this complexation with urea. Now likewise this structure of urea and this methyl alpha lipolate included into this structure of urea. Then second type of this inclusion complexes is layered type. In this layered type, host form a layer and there is a gap between these two layers. Which host molecules are used, like clay, bentonite, then montomorillite. They are acts as a host molecule in a layer type of inclusion complex. Then guest molecules like hydrocarbons, alcohol and glycols are used. Then use of this layer type complexes, because of the large surface area, it is used as a catalyst into the reaction. Okay, these are the layers of your host molecules or host substance, and is alcohol and glycol entrapped into the different layers of your hosts. Then third type is clathrate type. Now this is a very interesting type. It form cage like structure and hole is there in between that cage. Uh, if you take example of this hydroquinone, form cage with hydrogen bond and hole have a diameter about 4.2 angstrom, and this can entrap methanol, carbon dioxide and hydrochloric acid. Okay, then if you observe this structure, okay, this is cage like structure, and likewise these molecules form one hole, and in this hole we can entrap the molecules like methanol, carbon dioxide and hydrochloric acid, and this is a structure of your hydroquinone, and it form a cage, and in that cage you can entrap methanol, carbon dioxide and hydrochloric acid. Applications: there acts as a molecular sieve, then the pores helpful to store volatile gases and toxic substances. Then entrapment of molecule can be removed by physical process. Then last type, that is monomolecular inclusion complexes. In these monomolecular inclusion complexes, host cyclodextrin is there. Then cyclodextrin is a cyclic oligosaccharide containing a minimum of 6 D-glucose pyranose unit attached with this alpha 1,4 linkage. Now, as per the type of cyclodextrin, cavity diameter and number of glucopyranose units get vary. For alpha, diameter size is 5 angstrom, then glucopyranose unit 6, then for beta it is 6, and number of units 7. For gamma, cavity diameter 8 angstrom, and glucopyranose units are 8. Okay, this is a structure of your cyclodextrin. This is view. Here we can entrap hydrophilic drug, and in middle portion we can entrap hydrophobic drug. So likewise, this cyclodextrin is helpful to entrap hydrophobic as well as hydrophilic drug. Then this monomolecular inclusion complex is helpful to enhance solubility, like retinoic acid. Okay, if retinoic acid is solubility 0.5 milligram per ml, when you form a bond with this beta cyclodextrin, it will give you 160 milligram per ml. So such a drastic change is there into the solubility of your drug. Then enhanced dissolution, like famotidine and tolbutamide, when form complex with this beta cyclodextrin, it enhances dissolution. Then also helpful to enhance stability of drug like aspirin, ephedrine and testosterone. Then sustained release formulation, it is also used, that ethylated beta cyclodextrin form a complex with diltiazem, and it acts as a sustained release form of your drug. Then application of this complexation process, depending upon different parameter like physical state, volatility, solid state stability, chemical stability, then solubility, then dissolution, partition coefficient, then absorption and bioavailability, then reduced toxicity, then antidote in a metal poisoning, then helpful for the drug action in a metal poisoning, then acts as an antibacterial activity. Now we'll see in detail this application. In a complex formation has been used to alter physiochemical property and biopharmaceutical property of drug. Now helpful in a treatment of various type of poisoning, like metal poisoning. This dimercaprol used in a mercury poisoning. Then calcium disodium DTA used in a lead poisoning. And then in a drug absorption and bioavailability form, means by using this cyclodextrin, or by using this complexation phenomena, we can enhance absorption and bioavailability. So heparin and ionized drug rather have a high molecular weight, are not absorbed into the gastrointestinal tract. So in the presence of DTA or surfactant like SLS or dialkyl sodium, this sulfasuccinate intestinal absorption is improved or repaired. Then complexation is used in a solubilization. Then like a drug like adrenochrome, monosemi-carbazone, then adrenochrome, they are unstable into the solution form, and they are having a limited liability into the pH range, or limited stability you can say. So this addition of sodium salicylate, which complex with this adrenochrome, increases this apparent solubility 10 folds. So such a drastic change is there into the solubility of that particular drug. Then one more example, when caffeine bind with this sodium benzoate, increases solubility of caffeine. Then stability of product, So as I told you, it varies the physiochemical property, then stability. So when it form a complex, that complex will enhance stability of drug. Then next application, add therapeutic agents such as a complex of iron with simple salt like ferrous sulfate and carbonate, and are used to reduce GIT irritation and absorption after oral administration and less irritation at the site of injection. In diagnosis, complex of technetium 90 with citrate, and this complex is used in a diagnosis of kidney function tests or determination of glomerular filtration rate. So it is one of the parameter to determine kidney function. It is also used as a therapeutic tool like EGTN nitrate used in a prevention of preservation of blood, and they are used as an anticoagulant. Then assay of drug complexometric titration used to assess drug containing metal ion such as magnesium trisilicate. Then development of novel drug delivery system like sustained drug delivery system. Then partition coefficient, the study of complexes. It is essential to assess drug action because complexes influences partition coefficient. This partition coefficient of drug uh, will vary when you convert it into the complex form. Then complexation of permanganate ion transfer to the benzene phase from water. So this is all about complexation. Thank you for watching.